Good morning and welcome to the 2019 Sky's the Limit Hiking Challenge put on for the past couple of years by the DEEP. Now the spirit of the challenge is to explore new state parks and forests around the state. Totally not in the spirit of the challenge. I'm attempting to speed run as many as I can. I'm here at my first location, Goodwin State Forest, and I've just taken my first picture up at the Conservation Center. I am taking the blue and white trail next to Pine Acres Lake. So this is Governor's Island, the second photo location here at Goodwin. And I took the blue and white trail because it was more direct, but definitely more challenging. You can certainly get here easier by taking the red trail. Nice sweeping shot of Upper Pine Acres Lake. And now we go to our second location, which is Salt Rock. So this is the Salt Rock State Park. Although the entrance sign says State Forest, it's really a campground with a pool, play escape, and campsites along the field there. And I just passed through the first photo location, which is where the trail crosses underneath that railroad there. And now we're heading along the Patuag River to find the second photo location. The second photo location here at Salt Rock is this secluded spot not too far down the trail along the Patuag River. The trail does continue off in that direction. I'm not sure how far, so I'll have to come back and revisit and see at some point. This spot has a nice bench and a picnic table over there. And since this is a speed run, let's get back. My third spot is the Green Falls area of Pachuag State Forest, and the first spot is this bridge at the bottom of the camping area, which is just up that way, in the view of Green Falls Pond. Next up we are taking the Blue-Orange Trail, which crosses to the Narragansett Blue Blaze, and we'll find some view of an island out in the pond. Oh, that's nice. Well, there's the island. I'm guessing that this pile of rocks is the view. Now that trail to get here to the view of the island was pretty short and easy. So I would encourage you to do the full loop around the pond here because I'm sure it's picture perfect. I'm at my next stop, Barn Island Wildlife Management Area. And if I stop for a second, I'm sure that you can hear and possibly see all the birds fluttering, flying around. This is impoundment number 2, the second photo location. In years past, they provided trail maps that showed you exactly where they wanted you to take pictures from. That's not true for this year, so I'm sort of guessing that that's where they wanted it taken. Now, you might have noticed that that's the second location, and I skipped the first because I'm not exactly sure where the Sarah Ann Martin Stone Monument is. So I've been running on the beautiful trails here at Barn Island, and my gorilla pod is just too short to get the good shots like this. Or this. So I feel like I've explored a good amount of the trails here. Went down to the boat launch, and the closest I could find to a stone monument was this. They did give some GPS coordinates, but it's not like those are easy to plug into. Can I just interrupt real quick? So, future Matt here. I came back a second time to find the Sarah Ann Stone Monument, and went past it a couple of times. But thankfully, I was able to find it. And thank goodness, because I was getting ready to give up. Now, back to past me going to Harkness. Check out this cool castle house. And here we have Harkness State Park, which has 7 photo locations. The first of which is this amphitheater right next to the shore. Then we have the view of the water from the mansion. The carriage house. And next up is the greenhouse. The farmhouse. And the orchard, which is all 7 photo locations here at Harkness. Smooth transition to day 2. I'm here at Rocky Neck State Park, and there's 2 photo locations here. The first from Tony's Nose Overlook, in this marshy area by the parking lot. Now, it would be a waste to come all the way down here and not enjoy at least some of the pavilion and its view. But that's really all we have time for, because we got to get to Wadsworth Falls. About an hour until sunset, and that was the real Wadsworth Falls. And now I am running to Little Falls, the second photo location. And here's the second photo location, Little Falls. Flying through these because they're such short hikes. Let's see if we can make it to Horse Guard State Park before sunset. So, unfortunately, I couldn't pull it off. GPS had me arriving 10 minutes after sunset for like 2 miles to the scenic overlook for the second picture, so that'll have to be part of day 3. First up on day 3, Horse Guard State Park. So here you have the second photo location, the overlook from the ridge here. Little drab at the end of fall, but still a nice view. And this is the sunset I would have seen if I had been here last Friday night. And here's the view looking east. There is Talcott Mountain and Hubline Tower. And so today's plan is to check off as many as I can of the remaining 7, I think. And next up is Peoples State Forest. And we'll be hiking the Elliott Bronson Trail here, which means that we are starting just southeast of the main parking area and taking the trail to the Walt Landgraf Spur and Indian Rock Shelter, which is the second photo location. About a half mile in, so the same distance as to the overlook at Horse Guard, and I've been climbing like this the entire time, so a little more challenging. Ooh, some turkeys. Happy Thanksgiving, folks. Happy Thanksgiving. Here we are, connection to Walter Landgraf. Here you have it, Indian Rock Shelter. Not exactly roomy under here, but I suppose it serves a purpose. Now it's back up and over the mountain here onto our next location, which is Dennis Hill State Park, of course. And this is the first time that I am visiting this park. But I believe the second location is up the Yellow Trail at the Gazebo Overlook. And it looks like they got an inch or so of snow last night. The trail is basically a river, and I'm gonna blame all that rain that apparently turned into snow here. And I couldn't come to Dennis Hill without at least stopping at the pavilion, which has one heck of a nice view. Now on to Mohawk State Forest. Next stop is Mohawk State Forest. Now they say to get a picture at the entrance, and in all the rest they said shield, so I'm choosing the headquarters sign. And here we come to Cunningham Tower. So that brings our locations today to 4 and 11 out of 14 total. So I think I'm gonna save the last 3 for another day. I've got a week and a half until the deadline to turn all these photos in. So I will catch you then. And here we are for day 4, and we're starting off at Macedonia Brook. This is the first photo location, and then we're heading up to the Cobblestone Mountain Overlook. Onto the White Trail, where I assume will be kind of a steep ascent. Yep, pretty steep. And here's the overlook. Check out that range on the horizon right there. Jump cut to Mount Tom State Park. Where we have the beautiful beach location. Not so nice in November. And then taking the Tower Trail. views. Nice little loop hike here at Mount Tom. And now it's on to our 14th and final location of the Sky's the Limit. That is Kettletown State Park. And the first photo location is this rather unassuming rules and regulations board. And the second is the charcoal hearth pit, which if we follow the blue and white trail, we should reach it right about there. And the trail we want is called the Crest Trail. This is our final picture. Kind of unassuming, but the site of a charcoal hearth. And here's the sign giving a little bit of info. And now I think we'll head up to the overlook that's just over there and do a little wrap up. The sun's gonna wash this shot out, but River Valley view. So the 2019 Sky's the Limit hiking challenge was a nice mix of overlooks, historical sites, and natural areas. I'm a sucker for towers, so either Cunningham or Mount Tom were my favorites. People State Forest had the best hiking, and Salt Rock was the easiest. I'm glad they do the challenge because it gave me some incentive to come out to the western part of the state and visit a couple parks I'd never been to before, like this one. Now I think here's a couple of stats, and I'll see you next time.